Kathy.
And I'm Missy.
And we're Two Needles Pulling Thread. Welcome back.
Hello.
It is the 17th of May. It's a Wednesday, hump day.
Yep.
Woo woo. Number 30?
Number 30. We're in our 30s.
That's right. I wish. Someone told me I look great for 29 today.
Oh, there you go.
So, it's a cool, windy day, but
It is.
we've had some great weather.
Yeah, we have. It's spring in May. Spring in May.
Yeah, it's spring in May.
It's spring in Maine.
Oh, the president of the bank said today, what's the only state that truly represents spring? Maine.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he likes dad jokes worse than I do.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was
Got
bad,
it.
but- So,
Kyle is.
yeah, you got your water.
my
I got my
stuff
water. In my party like a flock star cup.
There you
So,
go.
What have you been up to? You're still not done work.
Still not done, but not working a lot. Just a day here and there. I don't know. Prepping for vacation.
T-minus 3 days.
What's today? Wednesday.
Thursday,
Pretty much
Friday?
2 days. I have tomorrow to get ready because we're gone Friday and we leave very early Saturday.
Bright and early.
Yeah. So, of course, like in true Missy fashion, not a single thing is packed. I'm also trying to pack a box to pre-ship ahead to somebody's house before StitchCon.
You're
because
shipping
we
that.
have 6 days in between us getting home from Wyoming to leaving for StitchCon, and we're going to spend some time with some friends, so I want to ship stuff ahead.
You're not shipping that before you go, are you?
If I can get it ready, I will. If not, then I'll do it the day I get back.
Yeah.
I still have to FFO my small exchange for StitchCon, but it's stitched.
There you go.
And no clothes are washed.
Do you
I
know-
have a sewing project I am in the middle of, and my machine decided to be
Oh
a
no.
bonehead.
The big
But I
question.
got it fixed, so.
The big question is, do you know what you're taking for stitching?
I think I'm taking patriotic stitching on this vacation.
There you go. That's all that really matters. So
I think
I
that's
didn't know
what
you were
I'm
going to
doing.
Mount Rushmore until I read it in a
yeah.
text message. So-
That's in South Dakota.
well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes,
I just
I'm
didn't-
going with your brother.
Well, I know. Yeah.
We're doing all of those, and we just had our little meeting the other night to discuss where we're going and what we're doing, and
That's awesome.
anyway. So
Yeah. So she'll be able to share some pictures because I'm sure you'll hit a cross stitch store or two.
yes, Saturday I'm going to Colorado Cross Stitcher.
This Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't know how awake I'll be because we have to get up at 2 a.m.
So by the time I get out of work and the time change, you can FaceTime me. That'll be
I could.
awesome. Yeah,
I could.
Last weekend we had not last weekend. The weekend before.
2 weekends.
We had Panera Stitching. It was our biggest group by far. We had,
Yeah.
what, 18?
I know. I felt like we imposed a little bit at Panera, but it was still good.
The
was
assistant
good.
manager came around washing tables and she said, absolutely not. They love it.
Well, I mean, everybody bought from them, and it's
They-
not like we're a rowdy crowd.
And thank you, Tammy. I think they sold out of chocolate croissants. So if you go to Panera, get a chocolate croissant.
They're
That's
delicious.
We had representation from Penny at the Daily Stitcher. She
Yep.
was there.
Can we visit it?
Yeah, and a new-ish to us store here in the state of Maine, Mountain Air Stitchery was there.
And it's Mountain Air, AIRE. They are
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yep, and they have a website, and we learned that they hand dye their own fabrics. So who knew that we had a fabric dyer right here in the state of Maine? So
Yep, it's a husband-wife team, and they brought some for us to see, and it's beautiful.
it is.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah, so I'm sure we'll see them again. I know that she is going to Stitch Maine,
Yes.
so, but we'll talk a little bit more about that. How about previous FFOs? We're going to jump right in. So, I have a finish, though. I didn't tell you about this one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I have 5.
You got 5 finishes.
They're little. I've been squirreling everywhere.
It's not as little as mine.
Oh, you did it!
So Missy gave me a phone case for Christmas, and I did it.
I like it. Now, did you, where did you get this from? Did you do it yourself? Did you design it
I didn't.
yourself?
I designed it.
This, though,
That's just me,
I
right
know.
from my head.
Some people will be seeing that.
This is on 18 count parchment from Weicheld. Random motifs from All Things Cross Stitch by Anabella's, except that logo, which is our new logo. So I just
That
randomly
is so
picked
cute.
Floss.
Have you put it on your phone yet?
I have not.
Yep.
I thought, remember I told you way back when I bought Freight Check?
Yes.
I can't find it. So I took Eileen's clear glue and put it around, so just in case, but I have not put it on my phone yet. I'm hoping it fits. It's a little wonky, but I love it. So, and I forgot to put a
That's
thread.
adorable. I like it. Very creative.
That will be, I'll put that on probably this weekend. But that's my only FFO.
That's unique though. I like it. Very cute.
Super easy. I mean, you just trace it and cut it and put what you want on it.
Good.
So.
Good to know.
All right, what are yours? That's it for, I don't have finishes either.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So I've been like not stitching the things that I should be and just doing whatever I want. I showed this last time, Primrose Cottage.
Had you finished it last time?
No, I was working on it. So Plant, Grow, Bloom, and this is part of Lindsay's, what does she call it, stamp series. And I
What colors? I love it.
I pretty much used my own colors. And then I did another in the stamp series, Squeeze the Day. This lime green is that Field of Greens that was new at market. And it really is, to me, the perfect lime color.
That was chosen by Kathy Haberman, right?
I believe so. And then I did Fresh Lemonade.
You cut that one close to the side, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. A little bit. That's okay. I'll figure it out.
I love that one.
And this is a piece of Jobelin 32
Okay,
count,
I wouldn't have
think.
done the border, and it absolutely needs the border.
Yeah,
That
it does need it.
That's perfect.
You know what I did though is I actually did that today. I got it too close today because I had a piece that was hanging off here, and I just cut it right up.
That's okay. You
So
can
I
sew
cut it.
that. Yeah.
I cut it really close. But I can make a pillow and add some fabric to this side and then make the actual pillow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll make it work.
You'll have to post that on the Primrose page so they
yeah.
can see them.
So that was fun. I really liked those. And Heart and Hand has a little, I thought I brought it. I don't think I did. It's a little, it's just a little tiny chart that has both of these in it. And it's called Flag and Eagle. This is a mistake. That was my first attempt at the Strawberry Fair.
Oh.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
So we're just going to ignore that. But I used my own floss colors, which just came in from Color and Cotton. This was fun. They're cute. They're
are.
just little, like 2.5 by 1.5 and 3 by 2 or something like that.
You could almost put those on either end of a pillow.
Sure.
A long one.
And that's 18 count vintage country mocha.
That's cute.
So those were fun. And this is Auld Lang Syne. I cannot say that.
Yeah. Old. Now that you say it, I can't say it. It's Auld Lang Syne. That's
Right. And Hello from Liz Matthews. And this is, I did it 1/1 on 28 count mushroom.
That is gorgeous.
I think it's a mushroom Lugana.
I love just the swoop at the bottom.
Yep. That was a lot of fun. I stitched it one strand of Classic Colorworks Black Coffee.
Did you have any issues with 1/1?
Not on this
Not on
size because it's 28 count.
Right.
So it's bigger.
Right.
I probably wouldn't. I struggle doing 1/1.
And that's only one strand?
Yep.
That's that nice coverage for one strand.
Well, I don't think you'd want 2 on 28 count. So.
No, but I'd try it.
Yes,
You
would.
know I would.
You would.
I'm a 2 over 1 on Ada, so.
That's okay. That's it. That's what
That's
I have.
it. Starts?
I start.
I don't have any starts.
Wow.
Are
you me today or what?
I was looking at my calendar and I'm like, I've only worked on the same thing over and over again. And
I found it.
Oh. in your patriotic bag.
Yes, I threw a bunch of stuff in here. It's imprints, heart and hand imprints.
Nice.
This was given to me. This was part of my smalls exchange, what I got at StitchCon last year.
Oh, really?
That Joy, and we're going to talk about her in a little while,
Look at this.
that she put in with.
Look at that cute berry.
Isn't that cute?
If you were doing strawberries or...
I know. These really are cute, though.
Yeah, I like.
So I put together this bag. Came from Black Cat Stitchery. It was a gift from Tracy. So I just threw a bunch of charts in here that I wanted to stitch.
You have extra needles?
Why?
Because if you lose a needle while you're out west.
Oh yeah, that I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna put it.
Oh, okay. Why?
I haven't packed my stitching.
Okay,
stuff.
I'm just warning you about the extra needle thing.
Yes, I know.
Oh, cute.
SweetWingStudio, Miss July. I got this last year at Celebration of Needlework, and we're going on Friday. So it'd be kind of nice if I get it stitched within the year, right?
Yeah.
And this is on 20 count Vintage Country Mocha. And I've changed my colors. I'm just using whatever I want for colors.
She has such a good variety of patterns. And
Yeah,
more
I
stuff
really
comes out all
like
the
it.
time.
And this is gonna, I can probably finish this tonight. Yeah, it was not expensive.
That's awesome.
Anyway, you know how we love their charts. I'll show you some of the floss because it's part of the new floss that I got from, I got my flosses in, and there I already used them, put them in charts, and not that.
Not this one either.
So it was all very patriotic. Golden Gate. And Union Blue.
That's got a really nice variegation.
I really like that. And I love this one, Acadia, because, you know, Acadia National Park.
It's got a little bit of red in it. Not red, but
It is. It's got that little tinge of
rust.
red, brown. Yeah, see right there.
Yeah.
So cute. So that's some of it.
It's like a chocolate brown, but not quite.
Some of it I opened up immediately and immediately changed my mind for floss colors for, help me out here.
I got nothing.
We had a conversation this morning about
Sharing a
good
brain.
thing we share a brain. Salute to Abigail, which quickly went from 5 family members who are former service members, because I'm going to honor that.
Now I get the...
to 13.
Okay. Mom and I had a conversation about all different family members who were in the service, and I couldn't wrap my head around. I mean, we had the conversation, but she said you were doing something, and I'm like, I don't know what she's doing. Now I know what you're doing.
Well, I told her exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, well.
And the other 2 that I have in here is you borrowed this and did this, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a Heart and Hand Merry Making Mini 4th of July. So I have plans to do this. And I mean, these will just be great traveling. And I absolutely love this. I've already talked about how much I like it, and I bought it at StitchCon last year. It'd be kind of nice to get it stitched up before
Oh,
this
I
year.
knew you said you wanted to do it, but I didn't think you had it.
Primrose Cottage. I have it.
I forgot that I had stitched that little 4. I've got to find it.
You can check out Tiffany if you'd like.
Black Cat X Stitchery. There is a Black Cat Stitchery as well,
Right,
so.
that's true.
But she makes beautiful bags.
And I just, if you follow her on Instagram, I saw a sneak peek of some really cute, summery, flowery, red, white, and blue. A little more on the bright side.
Yep.
So that starts. Your hubby's home.
My hubby's home.
And I started. You can come in. He ain't gonna
come in.
bother us.
Welcome home, hubby. Cute bag.
I made it. Isn't that
It's a
cute,
Christmas
Bobby?
bag.
Shepherd's Bush, Anna's stocking. And I'm doing all called for. Now, when I say all called for, I don't believe the Crescent Colors Pearl Cotton, those might have been subbed out for something.
Because Crescent Colors
'Cause
is now
that
Classic
doesn't-
Colorworks.
Right, but I don't know as those are available or something. I don't know. Anyway,
I'm impressed
It's gonna
with.
be big.
I'm impressed with the pattern though, just how clear the pattern is to read and.
Yeah, it's and it scanned into GoodNotes really well too.
Yeah, it's beautifully clear.
So that was good. And it's all the called for 18 count natural raw linen Ada 2/2. I've just gotten a little start on the bottom.
Here.
So I actually haven't stitched using this nerd hoop yet that I got from Ashley. I just put it on it and said, oh, I think it's going to work for me. Typically that's very big for me.
They are big.
And it's not super tight, which I don't know if that's going to bother me or not. But we'll find out. So it's all the Pro Cottons, which these really get messy like this. But and I'm using floss drops from our friends in Wyoming.
I love that they did them with cards.
I do too.
I mean,
I just thought that was a
honestly,
great
if
idea.
you want to take part in like, or as Lori, they're not floss drops.
floss
Tags.
tags.
But
That's right.
if you want, I mean, if you're going to StitchCon and you want to take part in the floss drop exchange, and you don't want to spend a lot of money. What a great way to do it! Find a deck of cards that represents your state, or
I love it.
yeah,
I'm going off screen here because I
That's
have
okay.
a mess over here.
that's okay.
Let's see.
Where you at?
I think that's it for starts.
Whips.
Oh no, I have one more. Who am I? I have been home more.
Yes.
And that's been nice. In my beautiful Como bag.
It is so
Como
pretty.
stitches.
And she's got some cute ones for Friday night too.
Love it. And I just had to kit up a bunch of other things because I can't seem to focus. Plum Street Samplers, Bless Our Land.
Nice.
Using all called for, I believe, on this.
I love that light blue house.
And this is on a scrappy piece of
Oh, it's tiny.
18 count. It is little. Once the house is done.
Oh, wow. Usually a Plum Street is huge. What color did you use? What color's the house?
The house is...
Grab the
I
chart.
have two sets here. Well, I know, but...
Blue corn?
Sure.
It's gotta be.
Rain shower.
Oh,
And I have like 3 of these. I must have bought it for a project that I didn't do. It's like black coffee. I have 6 skeins of that.
did you buy it for Words to Live By?
I don't know.
I hope not.
I don't know. And I plan to start this in June. June 1st.
That's the
my
June-
home sweet home, Sal.
Oh, good grief. Oh, well.
And
no.
if you're, we're going to squirrel everywhere, but if you're planning to take part in Colorado Cross Stitchers summer camp, check her out on Instagram and Flosstube, and she talks all about it. The June prompt is to stitch something with a bird, and I was going to stitch this anyway, and there's bird on it.
Yep.
Or 2.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm doing with a bird. But yeah, I want to take part. She's got a great, the badge, the summer camp badge is really cute.
Oh, yes, it
nope.
is.
Whoops. That is the summer badge. And you could stitch that because, I don't know, it has a bird on it.
I watched her floss tube. She calls this, does she say on there? Does she talk about it? There's a name for this that ties in with something else. Watch her floss tube. She talks about what she's named that.
Your bird can be the main feature. Oh, no. I might stitch the badge.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It is very cute. Very cute. Oops. I don't know where this went.
That was stuck on your bag, so I don't know.
It goes in there.
So,
Can't lose it.
is that your last?
Yes, so the Classic Colorworks in the, what's that
Pearl-
stuff
Pearl
called? Pearl
Cotton.
Cotton have all been switched out
Yep.
for the
I didn't
stock
realize that they kept the same names. They were pearl cotton, even so it's bean sprout
Oh.
in cotton or pearl cotton. So.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Do you have whips?
I have 3 whips.
Oh, good.
Oh, they're right here. There's not much on this one, but I am still plugging along. This is A Stitcher's Garden by Tiny Modernist. A lot of people have completed it.
I've loved watching this on Instagram.
I am doing it with the classic Coloring Cotton conversions.
Which are beautiful, of
Mrs.
course.
Jones's stitching and Primrose and
They have their grand opening this weekend.
and
Wish
you're
I
gonna-
could wiggle my nose and go to Missouri.
Oh, I thought you were hitting there. No, you're going to.
Colorado Cross Stitcher.
So I haven't gotten a ton done, but I did finish the ruler last night. I've got one more stitch. So I have to put the lines in on that, and then
That's so pretty.
it's coming. So, and it's on 18 count pistachio. Did I run away?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's you. I was like, what is the cat digging?
My shoes are gonna fall off.
That's okay.
Because my feet can't touch the ground.
And I've been working on Honey of a Tiny Town. This one, I'm glad we were talking at Panera that this seems to be a bugger. I am struggling, but that is what it looks like.
What part are you struggling with?
It just seems like it's taking forever. But
Oh,
now
but you're coming along.
I've
nicely
come a
on
long
it,
way
though.
because
look at that hive.
yeah, and I started right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was the big white house. It's just, and they're not big, but it seemed like this was the boring half, and I've gone through these houses, but so that's where I'm at. I know I take nothing out of the hoop, but and my straced in. So I'm hoping to have this done because
I really love that color conversion.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the original too, but
it's going to match the other things I have,
right.
and because I really want to start Patriotic Tiny Town.
You're gonna get that FFO'd right away so that you can go on your box.
Yes. Yeah.
Wherever the box
Yeah,
is.
because then we have to turn around and put Patriotic on there, and then you're going to be blown away because this is what I call Baby Bunny. I don't even know the name of it. Sweet Bunny, and this is the stitch patterns on Etsy. And I'm doing this for Baby E. I'm not doing the little leaf things on either side.
So cute.
And I almost gave up on it because I was like, who put stripes in an ear? And you told me to keep plugging along. And she's almost done.
That is so cute.
Once not having eyes and cheeks, it was really creepy.
Oh yeah, she was creepy.
So I just got to fill the dress in. And I know how I want to finish it. I think I know how I want to finish it. So it's cute. It's much
really
cuter
like
than
it.
I
love
thought
the
it would be.
colors. Do you use their colors or did you switch them out?
Nope, I'm using their colors.
Oh, good.
And they were all DMCs.
Nice.
So, and I can't even tell you what I'm stitching it on. It's green, blue,
Is it a
it's a
scrappy
gray.
piece?
Yeah, it's a scrap piece. It's actually gray, but it's got a green tinge to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That'll look cute in her room.
Yeah. So now it's just that's why I asked if you were bringing anything Friday, because I was going to bring Phil in.
Oh,
That's it for whips. That's all I really worked on.
excellent.
What about you?
Oh, I have one whip. I finished one of my BOSME for March, but I finished it.
Hey, you know what?
And it is the Scarlet House, a sampler for all seasons. And what was called to do was a house in 2 lines. And I really get bogged down with stitching words, but I did it. It's all called for. It was a kit on the Facebook page, homespun sampler, homespun. I keep forgetting what it's called
Homespun
exactly.
sampler.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
We've talked about it before.
And this is 18 count Steinbeck by Needle and Flax.
That come out gorgeous.
So I have it. That's so cute.
That right there would be a beautiful ornament.
Yes, it would. So it's on my board again to be called, and so I'll get to. It'll get pulled out again at some point, but I have not touched.
Next week. We call next week.
I haven't touched April. I haven't thought about May. But that's all right. I've been doing whatever I want to do right now.
Yeah. My BOSME for May was 4 hours on Frosty's night out. I think the last time we filmed, I said I had done about a half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And cleaned my craft room, and that got worse before it gets better, so that isn't probably happening. Well,
Was your intention to clean, or you just got in there playing and made a
no,
bigger
that
mess?
was what it was called, was clean the craft room, and I'm just, maybe Memorial Weekend. Maybe.
You can't clean on a holiday.
I can if I
There's
have a date.
rules.
Yeah, no. So
Anyway.
yeah.
So yeah, that's the update on BOSME from me, is I haven't touched
So,
anything.
but once you finish April, you'll have a bingo. I think everybody had a bingo for if they
I don't
finished.
even remember what was on April.
I
A Christmas one.
don't remember.
Santa's Christmas Eve at Santa's house, or it's a Twin Peak. And I can't remember what the other one was.
I don't know.
No idea.
So, it is what it is. It's
Yeah,
your
fine.
board, your rules, and
It's fine.
yeah, I got a lot of things coming up that I want to play with. So, we'll talk about that.
And we do have a Flosstube Buddy again. Oh, I wanted to say, we talked about last time our Flosstube Buddy was Erin Elizabeth Designs, and she also happened to be the designer on the Stitcher Stash monthly Zoom with a designer. And I was, now that I have a little more time, I can, and I'm staying up later again. I got in on that, and she just is a delight, and it was so much fun, and we got to see a couple of little sneak peeks and listen to her story about designing and her art background. It was really a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, so I
Yeah,
look forward to
absolutely.
other ones on there too. But
Yeah.
so this week's Flosstube Buddy is the Carolina Stitchers. It's a mother and daughter duo, Joy and Emma Kay. And they actually sat beside us, the table beside us at StitchCon, and I got Joy's small.
She peeked. Don't like.
No,
You peeked
I
at the
only
packaging.
looked at the packaging, and it was patriotic, and I like patriotic. So it was a win-win for me.
What I didn't tell you is I saw what was in it before you.
Oh, you
chose it.
did?
Yeah, I saw her
Oh.
putting it in the
I
bag.
didn't see it.
So,
But they are just fun, and they stitch different things from each other. Really like Halloween, and I just like everything that they stitch. Of course, they work well with each other. They're mom and daughter. They're out of Charleston, South Carolina, and it's just fun. And to see the way that Joy does some of her fully finishes, and using like little greenery picks from Hobby Lobby and a little tobacco basket here and there. It really neat. So go check them out.
I'm so far behind on Flosstube.
I
I can't
know
wait to watch
the
them.
Carolina Stitchers, and they're so much fun. I love that their lead-in picture, I think it's been on every one of them, is a picture of them on the Stitchy bus
Oh,
from
cool.
last year. So that's fun.
Are we going to do that this year? I don't
I
know.
don't know. Maybe.
So,
We didn't last year, but doesn't mean we won't.
that's right. So, awesome. Well, we had our small designer focus or designer focus for May with SweetWingStudio. And I've still got a couple more things I want to pick up, but I'm anxious to see what we find at StitchCon and
Yep.
when we go out to a couple other places.
Yep.
And so, but we had, she graciously donated 3 PDF charts.
Yep.
Words, hard. And so we did a drawing for that, and we have obviously 3 winners. So Debbie Buchanan, Crafty Mom. Is that Crafty Mom? I'm sorry. Is it Craft or Crafty Mom?
I don't remember.
Bear with me. Crafty Mom. I didn't put the Y in there on my notes. And Lori Ann Blevins. So congrats. Send us an email to twoneedlespullingthread@gmail.com. It's in the box below. And we will put you in touch with SweetWingStudio and figure out.
And then the two
things.
of you, between Susan at SweetWing and yourself, she'll get you a PDF of your choice. And
Yeah. So
she's got a lot to choose from.
yeah,
Good variety.
Debbie Buchanan, Crafty Mom, and Lori Ann Blevins.
And thank you, Susan
yes, thank you
for that. That was very generous of you.
And she's just got a great variety, and I see more and more and
Thought I
more.
broke the pen.
Yeah, don't break the pen. That's a good
Anyway.
pen. So a couple weekends ago, I didn't tell you about this.
Okay.
Missy and I both did on our Instagrams an Instagram giveaway.
That was fun.
I'm kind of curious if you guys like that. Just to see where we're at, change things up a little bit.
I kind of liked it because, personally, I liked it because I knew it was, who would see it would be followers.
Right.
And most of them are cross stitchers. And that seemed like a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just curious. Let us know.
Yep.
Never know what's going to happen.
That's right.
Yeah, what do we got?
Video questions and comments. A lot of you commented about thought your cat was crying, or there was a cat somewhere in your house, but it was really...
Oh, that was funny. That was Lily.
Lily not being very nice to the other cat here.
Yes. She does talk a lot. You'll notice she's not talking right now because my husband is home and she's curled up with my husband.
Oh, she really is too.
So he is...
Maybe that's the key.
He is
we need
her
the babysitter
human. Here. Yeah. She'll cry the whole time he's gone. Or if he goes downstairs, she'll stay at the door. He comes home, that's it. So, but yes, I thought that was so funny. I had to go look for my cat and it was my cat crying.
We heard a lot of that. And also we got not a lot of comments, but as you know, we are not a monetized channel. But this last video, and I think it happened a few days after, but there are a lot of ads in that video. We apologize for that. That is not something that we had control over. We did not allow that to happen. I understand that it can happen.
Yeah.
I will say, like the week prior, I had texted in our text group that I had watched 5 separate floss tubers, and all of us, and they're floss tubers that would not have, that I knew didn't typically have ads in their videos, and it was filled with ads, and it makes it very distracting, and it's hard to watch the video. So thank you for still watching it. And thanks for reaching out and letting us know also. We were aware of it. I actually was watching it back, which I often do.
And I don't.
And I was watching almost all of it, and then all of a sudden there was all sorts of ads, and I think in that moment that might have been when YouTube decided to insert that. I don't know.
We've done a little bit of research. We don't have answers, but YouTube does what YouTube wants to do, and there's not a lot we can do.
Hopefully it's something that doesn't happen often, but we wanted you to know that we did know about it.
Yeah. So we didn't authorize it, but once again, YouTube does YouTube.
But it was there. So anyway, what do you have for haul?
I have some haul.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna do some. Are we gonna do?
What do you want to do?
I don't care.
However you want. Go for it.
Well, let's do Stitchy Kindness.
Okay.
I got a little haul, but
Do you have this?
I do.
Okay. I'll let you show it.
We had at our Panera meetup, one of our friends, Mary Lou.
Yep.
And she thought this.
She drove 2 hours.
She did.
To come.
Gave me this pattern, Be Kind, Be True by Hello from Liz Matthews. She made this into the most beautiful bag. Yeah. Pouch type thing, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And then she
also gave us another chart to share later on. So thank you, Mary Lou.
And she made us these. Both of us got these. And look at this. It's a thread bed with a little pocket. Cute little charm.
I was thinking I'm going to put something small in mine and toss it in my bag for the plane.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. A little monochromatic piece.
Something, yep.
Oh, I could do those little hoops.
Yes,
if I can find little patterns.
Yes,
so love these. These are so cute. Thank you so much.
Yes, we love them. Thank you.
And we have another little Stitchy Kindness.
We've never done haul on a video when your husband has been here.
That's okay.
Oh, did your daughter do these?
Yes. This was, I bought these to have them done.
I told her I have a ton of vinyl too if she wants to come and get it.
So my daughter has been playing around making cups. So she made us 2 needles pulling thread.
Surprised you have purple.
She she wanted to do, she bought a cold color changing vinyl, but she struggled with it, and I asked her for them to get them done yesterday. So, so they have, did you know they have hot color changing and cold color changing?
Did not know that.
Yep.
Is that what this is?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So she used what she had.
Well, these are cute.
So I had picked up the cups a long time ago, and I have straws for you. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
like it. Thank you very much, Ashley.
I think that's all for
Hand wash only, Kathy.
Yes. Okay. That's all for Stitchy Kindness. So, do you have any?
Oh, my boss got. She is a reseller of vintage items. It could be anything, really. And she was at an estate sale recently, and she said, "I found a book for you, and I left it on your desk." Guess that meant I was going back in. And it's a neat book. A lot of this stuff I would not probably. It was fun to read, and there's also it's 1995 was when it was published, and there's techniques. There's a little bit of cross stitch, but it talks about embroidery threads and fabrics.
Oh, look at the different stitches.
All the different stitches.
Your daughter
It really is a neat book.
Your daughter might benefit from that.
She might. Step by step, 50 Victorian needlework designs. And some of these are really old style of projects and stitching, and just really, it's cool. There is this cross stitch right there, which you could still, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
It's still relevant.
You could change out the colors.
It's very cute.
Oh,
so it was fun.
Oh, I left a piece of haul in the craft room.
Uh-oh.
I purchased to get me through until they make more bags, like what you have, the keepers.
Oh, yes,
I purchased on Amazon a little keeper to take all my projects to StitchCon.
A lot of you visited Missy Lynn's on Facebook, and I know that they appreciated that. And but now we have a lot of competition for keepers.
Yeah. I get the first one, people.
Which is fine.
I get the first one. So
I just love, I don't know. It's one piece of my stitchy stuff that I love.
Yeah.
I just love
this one that I bought on Amazon, it was, I don't know, 22, 23. It's got some small pockets. I'm not sure what to do with that, but I can get my iPad in it. I can put some projects in it. So I'm not taking, 9 project bags. I can mix and match. So I'm just going to figure that out. So cool. It'll tide me over until.
Excellent.
What do you have for haul?
I don't have a ton, but today I did get something in the mail, and I just love this. I bought another Como bag because I'm not sewing any at home on my own.
Are they roses or poppies? Roses.
Yeah, I'd say
They're wicked cute.
I'd say. And I love this little tassel too. That's cute. And I did get the thread bed. I don't always get the thread bed, but I did this time.
Yep, it's cute.
Anyway, Jen does. She does a great job.
She does.
We are blessed to know some great bag makers.
I bet Jess is blown away by, because she started. She took a chance on starting her business, and she's done a phenomenal job. So.
This is, other than there's a few floss that I don't have that came in my color and cotton this month, because they're with Salute for Abigail, and I haven't started it, and whatever.
What pretty colors.
So Memorial, which is beautiful. Look at that.
It's not a white,
bluish.
It's not a blue, it's
very cute. Joshua Tree. Smoky Mountains. I love this. I hope you can. Oh, there's the variation.
Oh yeah, look at that. That would make beautiful trees.
And Yosemite. Rushmore.
I love how they're doing these now.
Yeah, me too. It's like I'm almost more excited to see the names than the colors, and I really love the colors. Liberty. Doesn't that look like patina?
That's awesome.
And Hidden Lake.
Love it.
So I have 3, I think, more that I'm going to be using in that other one. And I was on Primrose Live a couple of weeks ago. I'm not going to take this out, but I bought their Portsmouth by Amy Smart fat quarter bundle. It's a Riley Blake Designs line, Portsmouth. So it's all patriotic, and I know it's hard to see it all, but I don't want to take it out either. So
Nice.
I really like it.
What are you
Love
gonna do
that
with them?
check.
Sorry, I asked.
That's what I had.
Awesome. Well, you did have one more
behaved-
thing.
I did. I forgot about that though.
So, how did you find out about this? Who had this?
Tammy, and then Kia has one.
Okay.
So I was asking about them, and anyway.
So I have to tell you that when
then
I
I
first,
asked Kathy, and
well, yeah, she's like, "Do
You
you want a
know.
light?" I'm like, "Well, duh." But when I first got it and I plugged it in, I said, "Missy, I'm thinking you are nuts. This is not brighter than anything." I didn't know that there was a variation.
to slide it.
So it folds flat. It almost fits in in the light case that we have,
Almost.
and it opens. So it's got this huge bar.
Mm-hmm.
You can charge your phone.
That one you can. Yep.
Yep. Change
You
the
can do
colors
light. Yep.
and change the brightness. So that will be, and it's not heavy at all.
No.
Our other light is fairly heavy.
Yep. It's heavier than this
So-
one. So
It almost fits in our case, but you know what? It fits enough to
yeah.
take it around. And I was at Goodwill. Oh, here's the floss I borrowed from you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Found this little board and
Oh, cute.
thought I could put something on that. And let's see, where do I go?
You could even stitch something up here that's nativity
Yep, absolutely.
based
So I placed an order from 123 Stitch.
with a gift card, right?
Yes, with a gift card. Well, I've been hoarding that one since Christmas.
Yes, you have. But you ordered a couple times and forgot.
Nope,
Oh,
I have an order from 123.
Okay.
So I ordered hands-on design, Stitch Some Happy.
See, I thought you already had this for
No,
some reason.
I hemmed and hawed and hemmed and hawed, and I finally said I want it.
I like it.
And
I love these. I have the blue ones.
this is Noel and Rouge from Leela's Studio. And it's the red ornaments. So you have the blue and I have the red. And these are stitched on fabric. This is this called for is 40 count light mocha. Well, we know I'm not doing 40 count. But we've talked about doing them on perforated paper.
Yep, I have the blue ones kitted to someday
So
to
look
do
at the
on perforated paper.
polar bears.
Oh, I thought they were dogs.
No, I think
Those
they're
are
polar
cute.
bears. I think they're polar bears.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then
I think they're in love
maybe
because there's a heart there.
it could be, hearts on the sleeve too. And then because June 1st,
Dive head first.
Primrose Cottage, welcome to the North Pole. I have
They
looked
gotcha
at it and
again.
they sucked me right in.
They're so naughty.
Yeah. Girls, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I
It's
think,
gorgeous. I haven't actually seen the.
look at the patterns. Open that up. I'm blown
Oh, I
away.
love the pinky.
Yep.
Oh wow,
Yeah. Different than what I've seen before.
so cute.
And I do believe I'm going to do it on 18 count
And I
dirty
love this
teacup.
book.
So, what do you
They
think?
did a nice job. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Oh yeah. Where
I
am
need
I
to.
from?
So Friday, I need to hit a Hobby Lobby and
Look at those blue. Ooh.
buy all the fabric.
And it's all DMC.
Yep.
Cool.
All those DMCs. There's a lot of them. And I'll scan those into Good Notes. Some
Oh,
people,
I see. So you,
I'm doing it DMC.
right.
And
Which is just as pretty.
Well, I'm doing
But
DMC.
they have overdyes also if
Yeah.
that is something you want to do.
The reason I'm not doing overdyes is because I don't think there's any motif big enough to really show, other than the sleigh, show the variegation.
Right.
So I might do the sleigh. I don't know. But
Cherry cobbler, that would
Yeah.
look nice.
so that
But
was
either way, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. So I want to start that on June 1st, which, you know, everything
How are
else.
you managing to wait? Because you don't have the DMC.
Right. I might start it sooner than that.
Well, you probably have. Oh, no, you don't have the DMC.
I probably have it, but
That's a lot. You want to devote.
Yeah. And they're doing June, July, August, September, October, November. So it's one section a month from now until November.
Do that too?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that will keep me motivated to do it and not feel like I'm getting bogged down with it.
Mm-hmm.
And this piece of fabric is just the size.
Work is blowing up your phone.
Work. Oh yeah, look at that. Then, we got a really nice thank you card.
Oh, okay.
So I ordered from
these cards are pretty.
Kingsland Needle Arts, and didn't really know what I was getting, but this is 18 count Finian from Seraphim Fabrics, which is I think Lori just showed this. It's sorry for the crinkle. I don't know if I should open it or not. I took a chance. I wasn't sure what I was getting. It's a gray, brown. That's pretty close. Yep.
I like it.
I'm going to set those aside because they have the tags in them. And then this is...
You really beefed up your primitive colors.
Well, I bought winter woolens thinking it was going to be a whitish, grayish.
Oh.
And winter woolens by Seraphim is brown.
I like it.
I do love it.
That's very pretty.
And that is a Seraphim fabric. And then this is also a Seraphim fabric. 18 count.
They really have some nice fabrics.
Caramel. I'm not going to take this one out, but that's it.
Yep.
And those all came from Kingsland Needle Arts on Etsy. And then my friend Holly, where did she go? Do you remember?
I forgot the name of that stitchy store. And in Cleveland, did she go to Cleveland or were those indie?
I don't remember.
Don't know.
But my friend Holly went to a store.
I forgot.
And I needed fabric. And this is Kalima, and it's by Laura's Fabrics.
I've never heard of her.
Yep. And yeah, Laura's Fabrics. We'd never heard of it, but it was the perfect color.
Looks a little like Dirty Teacup.
Yep. And I'm going to do... Oh.
Well, that feels nice.
I think I may have already kidded that. But this
Are
was...
you changing your mind?
I'm not sure. And then this is Tarnish.
Oh, I like that. Hey, that looks a lot like that floss.
And this says do not cut. That's funny. So it's a beautiful green. Oh, but a little bit of gray brown. Wow, it's close.
So if you're in the club and you have Liberty and you want to buy this fabric, Tarnish is very close to it.
Yep. And then the last thing I got was Dusty Road by Seraphim. And that's pretty good.
You're on a Seraphim kick. I like it.
It was whatever she grabbed.
Yeah.
Holly was great. She FaceTimed me, flipped the camera around. She sat on the floor and she said, this is what they have. So
nice.
And the last thing I got was from Praiseworthy Stitches. If you watch Just Keep Stitching, Pam is doing this. She's starting it on the 11th, the 10th.
The 11th.
Okay. And it is called, that was her 30 years to the day of her cancer diagnosis.
Yeah.
Ironically, that is almost to the day.
Almost for you too.
1 year on my diagnosis. So this is called Simple Gifts Courage. And she is doing a sal called Pam's Survival Sal. This thing is no joke. This is 213 by 204.
You gonna do the whole thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this with us when we go, and I want to find a green. I don't want to find, lymphoma is that color green. And I want it to be green. I want it to be
representative of that
color, but not that color.
Yeah.
I may do the word courage in the middle, a little different color. But you need 9 skeins of one color and 2 skeins of another.
Oh.
Yeah. But they do a wonderful job, and Pam, if you haven't watched her, crinkle, crinkle, sorry. We all say it, isn't that funny? It's all crinkle, crinkle. They have in here a beautiful write-up.
It's a nice big chart too.
Oh, maybe it is on the back. I won't read it, but it's talking about donating to American Cancer Society. They're donating 20% of all profits from this chart to American Cancer Society. They also, somewhere in here, have a list. I thought they did. Of all,
I think they do somewhere. The ribbon colors.
all the ribbon colors, all the colors of different cancers. I don't think mine has it, Missy.
Oh.
But I know what mine is, so I think I'm going to take part. I think it will be a long process, but I don't know. There's just something about it. And I'm changing out all the letters to represent family members, friends, my crew, my supporters. So,
Yeah.
but once again, it's small motifs. It's little wins.
Yeah.
So,
And they're so cute.
yeah.
That's cute.
I know. And look at the little birds, little leaves, little flowers.
I like it.
So, she's a big boy, but
She's a big boy.
she's a big boy. I knew you were going to catch that. So.
It's okay.
But that's it for my haul.
Yeah, I don't have any other than I made this.
Is that what we're...
That's
Awesome.
So, you know, I've been, well, not just me, but some of us have been on a search of particular items to make bags with. And this is, some of you might recognize this as a Vera Bradley print. And the cutest thing is that, well, it's got hummingbirds on it.
Oh.
And this is made out of one quilted placemat
That's awesome.
and a zipper. I did this yesterday and I put little tabs. I used the Lori Noon Maker, N-U-N-E Maker,
Yeah.
I believe is what her name is on YouTube. She has several, like 12 videos,
Right.
different types of projects. So I whipped this up. It really was very, very easy and quick. No cutting. Well, minimal cutting. You got to trim something, but anyway,
awesome.
this is Grace bought a backpack and a like a cooler lunch bag for like baby bottles and stuff. That's what she's using as her diaper bag. So I was like, do you want another bag?
That's
A little
awesome.
pouch to put things in. So once I'm done showing it around
And because it's a placemat, you don't have to line it.
nope,
You don't have to quilt it.
nope.
Do you know what size placemats you used?
I don't know. They
Because-
were just like, they were rectangle, not square.
Right.
That's all
And you
I know.
can't do the oval. I had a hard
These are
time.
rounded,
Oh, really? I had a hard time finding.
which was, I thought, I don't know how that's going to work. It's not, see, it has the rounded
I
edges.
wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't said anything. I had a hard time finding placemats that I thought were big enough. So
Yeah, I haven't been able to find any in stores, but then I walked in there and I was like, oh.
So.
And they were 50% off with another 30% for a set of 2.
Oh, nice.
And then I came home and ordered some online.
Because we have to play.
Well, I found pretty wintry Christmas ones and I wanted them. I wanted them. What do you have for plans?
Well, I can tell you that my may or may not.
May not did?
It may not. Yeah. It was a bust about 2 days in. So
I didn't
I
do anything.
was overwhelmed being told, and it wasn't being told. I was just
Telling
gonna,
yourself,
I was
yeah.
telling myself I was going to work on whips. Well, I've been doing that. So
Yeah, you have.
yeah.
You've
So
done that.
Friday, day after tomorrow, we're heading to celebrations in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Yep.
Can't wait. A little shopping, lunch. We're going out with what, 8 people?
few people,
Eight,
yeah.
8 of us.
Doing some lunch.
Some shopping, some seeing what's there. Pam from Stitch New England will be there. She's vending this year.
Yep.
3 designers from Italy. think all
so.
three. So, yeah. See what we can get ourselves into for trouble.
I know.
So, just what you need right before you go on vacation.
I know. I'm gonna try to be good. I already took my cash. That's my budget for the whole day.
There you go.
And that's what I'm gonna try to stick
to. Stitch Maine is happening in July. I think there's literally one spot left.
Last we heard.
Yeah, it could very well have been filled by now. Check out the Daily Stitcher. Stitch New England, last we heard, had less than 20 spots.
Yep.
And hotel was all but booked. So
pretty much, I think. Like they were gonna try to squeeze a couple more rooms, but
there's a lot of hotels in the area though.
There are, and most of the rooms are booked by people going to the retreat.
Right. So, check that out. Stitch New England. I'm going to stitch. I've got a couple projects that I'm going to work on that I want to start. I did bring them. I had mentioned that I got some really cool flamingo fabric.
I like that.
I made myself a bag out of it. So, I thought that was fun. I mean, where else only in Maine can you find flamingos? This is Words to Live By.
I've got to get this.
Yep.
I just can't decide what floss I want to use. That's the problem.
I think I'm doing Jaybird.
Oh, I like that. It's one of my favorites.
Did you say Freeze? Freeze?
Freeze? I don't know.
I think.
That'll be pretty.
So.
I'm thinking about using Ladybug.
Doing it with red.
I know, which is not like me. We're going opposite here.
I know, because I'm thinking, I never thought to do red. Emily Call said you had to do it in blue.
No, she did not.
And then I reached out to the girls and I said, do I start North Pole or do I start Holly then Jolly?
Because you got yourself into two.
It's actually called Jingle All the Way, but they're calling it Holly but Jolly. That one. And they said both.
Yep.
So this is what I chose instead of what was for winter woolens.
Is that your daughter's Cosmo White?
No, that's my B5200. I gave her the Cosmo White yesterday. And this is Milk and Honey by Colorado Cross Stitch. So I think that will work.
I might have to buy some of that.
That's pretty close.
That's her own fabric?
I ordered it from her. I think it's her own. It came in with that tag.
I have a lot to learn when I get there.
Yeah. And the last one I want to start is Candy Claws. I borrowed this from a friend.
That's going to be fun.
And I'm going to do it on,
blue.
Well, this is the blue you bought me. This is just Artiste blue.
Okay.
From Hobby Lobby.
You still have a few of the beads and sequins.
So,
that's going to be cute.
Look at the bright colors.
Oh, wow.
Which is funny because...
Where does that go? Oh,
it must be his cheeks, his face.
Okay.
So...
Neat.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see it. So I think that might...
Have you stitched much from Satsuma?
I've never stitched from Satsuma.
Oh, so a new designer for you.
Yeah.
If you start that in
August. Yeah, no, I want to do it
Colorado Cross Stitcher, do something new. Try something new to you in August.
Yeah,
so July, I can't remember.
I'm going to pull it right up because I've got it right here.
June is Stitch Something with a Bird.
Ta-da! July is stitch a pattern that includes something that grows, plants, flowers, trees, which that could be people.
Be kids. It could be not a bank because my bank account is not growing.
No, and I'm going to have to reach out to Santa.
Ahead of time.
Well, yeah, I don't want to. I want a fat bank account and a skinny body, and he keeps screwing it up.
Yeah, it's messing up.
Someone posted, it's a good thing I'm not skinny. Alicia posted it. It's a good thing I'm not skinny. Oh, hang on. You got to hear this one. Did you see her video of her on the... Yeah, okay.
Flamingo.
Hang on. I'm going to find it because it is perfect.
The dot.
Come on. unbounded. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
I don't know what else to say. I'm supposed to be packing. I'm gonna go home and sew. Oh, we bought a Blackstone this weekend. Grill.
Oh.
Anybody have those? I've always been I've always done 90% of the outdoor cooking. I haven't been able to touch this yet. Mike's been doing the cooking, which is fine. The drawbacks. What are the drawbacks of a Blackstone? A lot more dishes. I don't know why, but there's just a lot more dishes. And you have to be right there all the time. You can't just put something on and walk away.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
At least that's what we found. But we did our own chicken stir fry, vegetables. That was really good. Again, I follow a recipe one time, and then the next time I'm eating it and I'm already thinking about how I'm going to do it differently. So that's been a lot of fun. The kids came last night and we did burgers and grilled vegetables and home fries, which I don't know if you live in different areas, what you call them, but they're fried potatoes, basically, chunks. And it was delicious.
If I was skinny and mentally stable, I would be unstoppable. You're all lucky I'm squishy and crazy. I loved it. Because, it is.
Oh, you found it. So, yeah, just getting ready to do some traveling. Amy will come and stay with you, which she was naughty today. My dog is never naughty.
What'd she do? I need to be warned.
She was down by the road.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I don't know. I think she was just going there to pick lady slippers, which they're endangered. We're not supposed to stitch them to pick them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what she was actually doing, but...
I thought it was going to be like she got in the trash because I saw a thing today.
No.
A dog got in the trash, strewed it all over the living room, and then it closed its eyes and it tiptoed around it as if, I can't see you, you can't see me. That was Maggie. Maggie did that.
Yeah,
so she'll come Friday night and stay for a couple weeks.
Yep.
She'll get spoiled. Animal crackers. I'm going to add those to the list.
Oh, yes. We're going and doing all the things that you do in Rapid City area. All that. Going into Cody, Wyoming, Yellowstone for one day. That's going to be a long day, but we're making it happen.
Yep.
We're going to spend some time in Sheridan. We're going to visit some girls that you guys might know.
Jenny and Nancy by any chance?
That will be fun. Mike's going to do some fishing. He was online last night buying his one-day Wyoming fishing license. And I said, what if you actually end up in Montana? So he didn't do either. He was supposed to call because he's not sure where they're taking him.
Oh, yeah, that would have been smart. Yeah. Did he call today?
But either way, I don't know. I haven't talked to him all day. I don't know. Other than I had a question about our known traveler number information, and clearly I caught him at a bad part of the day. Yes. I took care of it.
Good.
Anyway.
Yeah, nope. Stitch, stitch, stitch. Shop, shop, shop. That's it for me. One more day of work. Tomorrow night I go out.
Everyone's good. Nothing new to report.
After hours bank thing. Yay. But
is it at a restaurant or?
It's at Ted's Trackside, and I've heard their food is really, really good. That's right there in Winthrop. So I'll go do my part. It looks good on my resume. It looks good on the review.
And is it a free meal?
Absolutely free meal, and because they asked me to go, I get paid for it. So
well, there you go.
Yeah.
Not a bad outing for a Thursday. Just yourself, or can you take your husband?
No, it's just me.
Oh, well,
it's
that's okay.
It's 4 of us from the bank.
Oh.
So it'll be fun.
Excellent.
They make things fun. So yeah, so we probably will not be back until after StitchCon.
Probably.
Maybe Friday. We're gonna try to take a video, so maybe we'll just put up a short. This was what we saw at Celebrations. No promises.
Mm-hmm. If you're going and you see us, say hi.
Absolutely. We're going to be there in the morning. We're heading down to be there.
Yeah, we're not there all day.
No. And I don't think we'll try to post anything from StitchCon, but don't know.
There's a
So,
possibility we might get to Craft Gallery.
Yep.
So if we do, we'll share pictures of that
yeah,
too.
absolutely. So don't panic if we're not back before StitchCon, but we will definitely record right after StitchCon so we can share all the things and all the fun and
Be sure to email us those 3 that we mentioned with your
Yep.
email addresses.
yep.
And again, if there's a little bit of a delay in there, you'll know it's because
We're
we're either
gone.
not here or
Right, exactly. So,
we're not here.
all right. I think that's it.
I think so.
Until next time, happy stitching, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.